Plant your seeds by the road. Share the stress as the one with the gold. Hey, we just tryna bring it home. For my people back home. We just tryna bring it home. For my people back home.
If your mouth don't empower, keep it.
They promise you freedom of speech, but would they be freedom after the speech? You wanna learn?
Powers, are you mad? It's myself, 100 Eyes from the Powers Network, and I'd like to welcome you all to Powers Talk. Yo, today we got a crazy collective in the building that go by the name of House of Alchemy. How you boys doing?
Done though. They are.
Good.
Bless our
Yeah.
family.
Good.
Yeah, man. Feel
Hey.
like we're home, blood.
This is sick though. It's sick to have you lot in the studio.
We're here.
But I feel
Yeah.
like you lot are like a newly formed group, right?
Yeah. Fresh.
Tell us about how you lot formed the group. What happened? How did you lot come together?
Jeez. It's
Stories.
a journey. It's a journey. We're House of Alchemy.
Yep.
That name literally got formed in my front room. Yeah. I mean, we was all there together, just doing our collective creativity thing, making music, writing bars. And we just thought, no, look at what we're doing. Look at how we are right now. This is something.
in the circles.
This is like a proper family right now. We need to make this happen.
Did you lot know each other prior to forming the group?
Yeah, it's mad.
Okay,
So
good,
like,
good.
obviously, I've known Jones for like
21 years.
21 years.
Mad.
Like I said,
Or primary school things?
nah, but
Nah,
different
studio
settings.
things.
Oh,
And like
okay,
just
okay.
vibes,
Life.
life vibes, and then just
Okay.
we just grow and move.
Big.
Obviously, I've known JP for a long time as I've followed him as an artist. You know, doing my thing. When I do my thing, I followed him, saw the vibes, and I was like, right, yeah, I'm out there. When I'm out there, run up and down, I see him out there as well. So I was like, alright, cool. And then I done a song with him as well, and I done a show with him.
Okay.
Yeah, so like he done a show.
So this natural powers just kept on connecting you, man, innit?
Bro, like you know, like we're all connected.
It's different.
6 degrees. 6 degrees.
Okay.
Still.
Mad.
It's like it was made basically the way I like to look at it. Yeah, you know, like have you seen Wanted? You know, like when they talk about the tapestry and how things are woven.
yeah.
The bullets and
Assassins, yeah.
right?
And the healing with the wax.
Spin the bullet.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how they talk about the tapestry and things are written through the tapestry, the loom, innit? Right? Honestly, met up with my man after I met Tego.
Yep.
Right? Met up with Aston. And then Aston's like, I know Tego. It's like, wait, I don't know this one. I know this one. It's like, well, let's
It's
make
like
up.
it was
just
already
sings.
written.
It just
It was already written.
Sing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Get me.
Like me on the beat.
So wait. House Alchemy is a music group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
what
connect-
type
It's more than just a music group.
Okay,
bro.
talk to me.
Trust me.
What type
Like,
of music? What's coming out? What am I looking forward to from the House of Alchemy?
Alright, well, I'm the head producer
Yep.
of the group. I've actually got a track that's out at the minute called Head Producer.
Mad.
Just explaining like what I do, how I do it.
YouTube.
We've
How
got
much people you got
JP.
in the groups?
There's
How
about-
many?
There's about 12.
There's about 13 of us.
13?
I think it's 13.
Is it 13?
13.
Yeah. So
Like,
we just keep growing.
and as well, it's like it's not just all
13's
Music.
rebirth, innit? 13, innit?
Mad thing.
Yeah, the numbers, innit?
Yeah,
When
the
you deep
numbers,
it.
Mad thing. We need to keep that one. I might have to make a
After
tune about
12
that.
comes 13, innit?
call that the EP Rebirth. You know that.
Let's call it 13.
13 Rebirth.
Yeah,
Put
fam.
Rebirth underneath it.
But it's
Yeah,
not just artists and stuff. We've got basically like filmographers, photographers.
Yeah, big up
Oh,
Trini,
I
man.
see.
SXC Media.
I see.
It's-
That's
yeah,
our
there's so
director,
many
film man,
different
right there,
It's a
video
crazy
man.
collective.
You understand?
Yeah, I
And then we
do.
got comedians.
Yep.
And then we got
All of that.
and then we got singers, songwriters,
Okay, I
we
didn't
got
know that.
rappers, and
Yeah.
then we got and then there's
Graphic designers.
graphic designers and
So what's the plan?
Powerhouse, man. Like literally, we're coming to literally tear everything down. Anything that we touch.
We just want to be there for everyone and everything.
basically
Like, it's not just about obviously the money thing. It's about collectively coming together and making good music.
and longevity.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Longevity, music that can last like at least 10 years. Like I want music that like,
Timeless.
Yeah,
Timeless.
like a back,
Everyone's saying, you know, like
you
that.
can play it. So Michael Jackson's like you play it like 30 years away from now and it's lit.
Yeah, I heard
And more time it's about creating opportunities too.
Yeah, as well. Cause we do other
you know what I
things
mean?
like we got an event coming soon as well. So
Wow.
like, we're doing things. We're on
We
things.
transform the energies. We take a negative energy. We
Yeah.
turn it positive. We're
Yeah.
alchemists.
Alchemists.
Everybody in the
That's
team
what
is
I'm saying.
alchemists. You know what I mean?
Get me. Oh, just a quick one as well. Being about on the word alchemist, there's a bar in Croydon called the Alchemy Bar. 9th of August, we're going to be holding a show down there. So if anybody's down for the thing, it's a ticketed event, but we will be posting out more information on that.
Is it only one event or is it a regular event?
It will be a continuous thing.
We got a show on a boat. We got our show. And then we got our show, like a concert in October, and then we got something for November.
I'm there.
Yeah, man,
100.
get that $100 free pass and that you get it.
Bring the squad.
Get a little drink and that, you get me?
Yeah.
Bad. But guys, you know the show.
Yeah.
The show's called Power Talk. If your mouth don't empower, keep it.
Get me.
You done know. Yeah.
That's what I say in the studio. Shut up.
So, as you got 4 men in the building, yeah, I'm gonna take this opportunity to try and tackle this subject here. This subject is about men's mental health. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, we can help you with that still.
I've been a victim of it. I don't know about you guys.
You're looking at 3 victims.
Oh, before then, isn't it? We're here, innit? So it's even better then. So everyone got something to show to us and educating the people them today about it. Yeah.
100%.
So the first question I want to bring towards you guys. Yeah. What is the most common men's mental health?
Oof. I think.
Is it depression?
Oof. I think
so.
That's a good question because I've seen a lot of different scales.
Okay.
Of common.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? That word kind of spreads out a lot.
Yeah,
so
like, it's wide. Still,
I've seen people depressed. I've seen man them depressed. I've seen man them get anxious. I've seen man them with post-traumatic stress and all of them things as well. Do you know what I mean?
Is that all on the mental health though? It's all on the mental health though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all different branches, but at different levels as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit mad.
So it's depression, anxiety.
I think the like I said, common is like it's a mad word. Big up Akuma. Common's a mad word. So like I think the one that's most probably is COPD.
COPD.
Yeah, COPD. I think it's called.
No.
Elaborate.
PS.
What PTSD? No, not
PTSD.
COPD is a breathing something. That's something with your chest.
That ain't a mental thing.
No. That's more like a respiratory thing.
No, then obviously
PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
Anxiety and depression.
Anxiety and depression.
I think anxiety and depression is the one that's that's not detected.
That's
the easiest.
Yeah.
I think a lot more men have it than admit to having it.
Do you think more men are getting it now than they did? Or is it because you think it's always happening?
It might seem like it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might seem like it because it's only now recently that a lot of men are starting to sort of speak up about it. So it's becoming apparent that there is a lot of men dealing with this or going through it. Whereas before, it was very quiet. Men wouldn't speak up about their depression and them things there. Do you know what I mean?
Because it wasn't something that men do. Do you know what I mean?
And that's why nobody would know.
But I also feel like it's an indoctrination thing. Like it's something that's been in man
that you
from before, not even as a child. I mean, like like ancestral indoctrination. Like it's been for time. Man have been through anxiety and depression, but they just haven't said nothing. They've grown in a way to not say nothing. They've grown to be, I got to be the defender. I got to be this person.
We've now been conditioned to be that same way.
Conditioned, and now in this time, I think it's a bit more because of stuff like YouTube and just. You can get knowledge from different places. I think man is more open now. Where before, maybe 10 years ago.
Gotta be careful with that though. Where you get what knowledge you're getting.
No, 100, but like as in we're allowed to say how we feel now. Like before, we might not have been allowed to say how we feel. 100%.
Not true.
And now, in this time of information and stuff, we're allowed to say we're upset. I'm upset. Or I can't handle this. Because one thing that's really weird. When a man's depressed and he tells his woman he's depressed, she looks at him like he's down, like he's broken. So who can I tell then? If I can't tell you as my woman that I'm down, who can I then go and tell? That's not gonna judge it. I'm down now. I'm not down forever. I'm down now, but I need to express it.
That's right.
Give me the chance to express it. I think now in this time, man can express how they feel. Before.
More than ever,
and that has opened up man to being able to speak and understand about mental health and come more out and talk about it. and say, right, I've suffered from it, you know. I've been mad depressed where I don't even want to talk to nobody. Like, right, I don't even want to wash. I don't want to do none. Muzzer, like, right, everything can die.
It's okay. Have you ever suffered from mental health personally? Yeah,
bro.
Do you mind talking about your experience?
No, I don't mind.
But just
the
keep
way
it
I see it as
short.
like, bro, talking helps somebody else, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously, my mental health was mad, bro. The best I can describe it, I was on the ladder of success, fell off the ladder, fell into the hole, fell down into the center of the earth, and my feet were in the molten lava, and I'm looking up at the hole and the ladder like.
What caused the fall?
I don't want to talk about that. That was deep. It's a deep life situation, cuz.
Okay.
Like the day it was mad, bruv. Like.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just.
Because I was there. I've been there.
Yes.
But I will tell you mine.
Yeah, mine's
mad still. I'll tell you mine. I'm gonna go on to yours, yeah. Because since you said you was down in the hole deep,
me too.
Man was down in the hole, and I was down in the hole, and I didn't know it. Only when I come out of it, I'll be like, damn, man was actually in a really bad
man was
state.
consciously down in the hole. Man fell off into the hole.
I didn't, but I was moving different,
Okay.
and I didn't know that.
Right.
But I was operating. Okay, the situation was my youth was born 4 months premature, blood. You know them ones there, like the chance of survival is mad low, cuz on them ones there. Man's getting heart scares every day. Oh, he might not make it today. He might. Person, I'm driving from London to Brighton every day, you know. So I'm running out of money. I'm using credit card now just to get by. I got no support from family because of external reasons. Boom, 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 boom. So the youth had to be in hospital for a whole year. So man was doing all the running around, the school runs, the bills. So it took a big toll, man. You get what I'm saying? And when it finished, I didn't relax. I didn't let it. I went on to another thing to distract myself.
Yeah.
And when I actually fell off that, I realized, damn, man, I should have had a break, man. I should have talked about it a bit more.
You need to take time for yourself.
Yeah, you need to take time for yourself. It was deep, but I was in a bad position, but we're here today. I'm better. I'm happy. I'm not saying I'm happy I went through that, but yo, it made me stronger. I can recognize it within myself. I can recognize it in someone else now. So it was a lesson that man had to go through to recognize it. You feel me?
Yeah, I hear that.
Mr. Jones.
Yeah, it's a deep one. I'm kind of still suffering. Do you know what I mean? I'm still victim to that. I was on antidepressants for a little while. I took them for a good 10 plus years. Do you know what I mean?
10 years, brother.
Yeah, 10 years, man.
Long time.
10 years.
Why 10 years? Why was that?
Blood.
Was the doctor telling you to keep taking them? Or did you just feel like you needed them?
It was the doctor telling me that was like the best thing for me at the time. And you know when you just run out of ideas? At the time when you're deep in it, when you're in the I call it the darkness.
Yeah,
but I've always said to people, you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot more in the darkness than you can in the light. But I was in a dark place, so I was taking them. But I realized me taking them was keeping me there.
Yeah, of course.
It wasn't making it any better. So anytime I'd come off of them, I'd stay close to the people that were around me at the time, like my brethren, my brothers, my family, and I'd open up to them. And it was only a very small percentage of them that would really hear what man's saying, innit? Yeah. Okay. Very small percentage. The others would try and send me back to that dark place. You know, you're not depressed.
Is it?
You're not this. You're not that.
Purposely, or was it just lack of, or just ignorance?
I think it might be slight ignorance as well. It was lack of understanding.
Lack of understanding, ignorance. Yeah.
They hadn't really been where I was, so they couldn't really
relate to it,
or
give advice to it, or know what to do.
Yeah. But again, another problem was not many people around that time could relate to mental health.
What caused it, if you don't mind asking?
Okay, so I was put in care when I was 11.
Okay, sorry to hear that.
That's calm. Like, it made me who I am now.
Yeah.
Like I say, I learned a lot in the darkness. Do you know what I mean? So I was in care. I saw a lot of things.
I see.
Been a lot of places that I didn't really want to go. Do you know what I mean? So that's still stuck with me now to this day. It will never leave me.
You know, it can't. It's part of what built you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Building blocks. Yeah.
But all I can really say is you have to be honest with how you feel. A lot of people try and brush it under the carpet because they don't want to feel that way. So they just, I don't want to feel like that. Let me just brush it off and try and mask it.
They feel like it and don't want to believe it.
Exactly that.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly that. So my advice is, first step is believe what you got, because it is apparent. Don't brush it under the carpet. Own it. And from there, that's when you start finding solutions on how to fix. Do you know what I mean? And when you keep people like my brothers around me, HOA, family, brotherhood, it makes things a lot easier to deal with.
Kuma, you know what to talk.
Makes things easier to deal with.
Mr. Province.
Tapped in. But yeah, do you know what? Yeah, mine is a long ass story still. It starts off from me when I was like 10. My parents sent me over here on my Jack Jones to live with my uncle who's already like a
Wait, where was you before this?
Trinidad.
Is that where you're from?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, born and raised and up until I come here.
Okay.
And then it was the struggle to adjust. Then obviously you know how parents can be like, oh, you gotta get good grades and listen.
I think we forget that, you know. When you send someone to another country, it's like you're forgetting the mental impact of it, especially as a youth.
That's right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Bruv, all of that comes from that, because I've got brothers and sisters, bro. Like when we talk now, like sometimes we go into modes where we talk about how things could have been if I was still around. You know what I mean? How we should have been as a family together. But now we talk about it. It's not sad. It's like we gotten over it now.
Yeah,
we're just making up for lost time.
No, I heard that.
But
you can't dwell on it anyway.
You know what I mean? But like me growing up, like I didn't want to hear that. I was just getting mad, bruv. I was getting doolally in it at the same time, trying to be a good boy and not get in trouble and all these kind of things, because it's easy to get in trouble over here. Like, way fucking easier to get in trouble over here than it is in Trinidad.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Nah, it is.
Lawless.
It is, bro. Trust me, you know? And then from there, like, just trying to, like, I got kicked out, moved out on my own at 17. That was another palaver, trying to survive on my own. And then people who you call your friends, they just scarpered, bruv, because you know when things are nice, they all flock around you. Then when you ain't got nothing, they just disappear. So it's like, raw. So the people who are considered my family,
You got abandonment. Abandonment, yeah.
Yeah, straight. You know what I mean? Then, bruv, it goes on. Do you know what I mean?
It just builds up and bullshit.
Problems with my baby mothers and
mad.
It goes on, bruv. But as Aston said, right? Because at the same time, what I was trying to do is convince myself I was alright. I just keep going. Just keep going.
That's exactly what it is.
Do you understand? But not realizing that every time that you're trying to run on these broken legs, you're mashing yourself up even more.
You're not healing.
You're not healing. You're not giving yourself a chance to do that. So
mad.
You know what I mean? You're talking that whole 20 years of just doing that, just constantly. You get me?
You know what? You said there's a common one. I think the common mental health is trauma.
Trauma.
Yeah, I think it's trauma. I think it's the common one. I think everyone goes through a little bit of trauma in their life at some stage.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
You get it.
That's why I just.
But the trauma will lead to the depression, though.
Yeah, it leads to trauma. I think it's like the gateway. They got a gateway. It's trauma. And then,
I agree with you on that. So, what advice would you give to men who are reluctant to try therapy or work it out?
Ooh, there's so many. If you're inclined to, therapy should be on the table.
But it's easy to tell man that. Yeah, I know, but I'm not going. I'm not going.
If you want to do it for yourself, if you're trying to do things for yourself, I would say first and foremost, when you're in your house, get out.
Okay.
Just get out, take a walk, get some air, go see your boys, like the boys who's actually been there for you.
What about talking to your partner?
Obviously, that's the first thing you should be doing. And if they're not helping you, to do that, then obviously you know that ain't working.
Is it time to switch partners?
No, don't make this
Get out of here, man. Get out of here. You're trying to hear what man saying.
Is there more fish in the sea, you know?
Nah, I'm joking.
No, I would say do that if she's bringing you down rather than lifting you up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there are women out there that seriously, they will see you down and kick you while you're down. That's not on. I'm sorry, that is not on. You get me? You do that, man, you're done.
Lots of women that do that, but I don't want to bash women down because it's a mad thing.
But it's, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it happens, innit?
Yeah, it happens.
It happens on the flip side as well.
Happens.
I'm not gonna say it don't. Do you know what I mean? So it happens on both sides. Like certain men do it to women as well.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? It's like my favorite saying is hurt people. You understand? You understand? You're hurt, somebody comes to you with their pain. You're already full of pain. You don't want to hear their pain. So what you do is, while they're trying to empty their cup on you.
That's basic universal language. That goes for every single thing. Like even relationships.
Yeah.
Don't go into a relationship bringing that hurt into this, because
Into the-
take time to heal.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Take a year off,
That's what it
man.
is.
Chill off, man.
And like I say, that's what my advice would be. You need to take time, firstly, not just for yourself, but to take time to actually acknowledge what the hell is going on in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, and everything, your whole being. Acknowledgement, acceptance. Accept what's going on in your mind. Yeah, and then learn how to deal with it from there.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
I think
Like shadow work.
Yeah,
the advice
100%.
I would give to somebody, I would be like, all right, go first and foremost, the people that actually care about you, like, let them in, and because I was gone.
Know your real ones.
I was gone.
Know
for
your
like,
real ones.
I was gone for 2.5 months. Yeah, 2.5 months. I was in that place where I told you. Yeah, and I heard them when I was in there, but I didn't care about what they were saying to man. I didn't. It was about me, how I felt. I didn't care about what anybody else thought. I felt how I felt.
But you see where you felt like that?
Yeah.
What did you want to happen?
You know, I just want
Like, you might want something to happen, you just couldn't act it. Do you know what I'm saying? What did you want to happen?
Bro.
For like someone that's hearing it and they see a partner.
bro.
I
wanted to die. I wanted to end it. That's how I felt. I felt like I didn't want to be here anymore.
in terms of healing, though,
Bro, in terms of healing now.
like, what did you want? Did you want someone to come give you a hug? Did you want someone to? I don't know. I don't know what you wanted, bro.
I didn't even want to be healed, bro. I was that
shit,
gone.
that's deep.
I was that gone. I didn't
That's
want to be
deep.
healed. I didn't want to be here.
That's deep.
So what happened is now that it's something my mum said to me. She said, "Rah, who gave you closure?" I said, "The person." She said, "Rah." So
What person?
the person.
Oh, you spoke
Yeah,
to?
yeah,
Oh,
like yeah. She said, "Who gave you closure? Who did the closure?" I said, "They came with the closure." She goes, "So, what are they doing right now?" I said, "I don't know." She goes, "If you got the closure, then why are you upset? Be happy." And I said, "Right, you know what?" It just clicked. I was like, "Right, you're not, mummy, right?" And
right.
just started patterning. Started growing out of it, and now some people might not have that person.
So that was the click?
That was the click, bro. She said one thing. I was like, "Right, yeah." She said, "Why you upset?" I was like, "Well, why am I upset?" You get it, like.
You're just holding on to the pain. Like.
Well, like they're gone. I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still me. Why am I upset?
Yeah.
And I was like, raw, yo, for real. And I just went back into what I was doing, like things that would make me happy. Started doing that, got more happy, and just elevated, and just kept elevating. So now I'm like, raw, where even though I do for a living, I work with people with health problems and mental and physical health.
Okay.
And I motivate them. And I told them my story, and they're like, raw, yo, what, you did that, and you've been through that. And I'm like, raw.
Empowerment.
If I can, and they're like, raw, do you work here? I'm like, yeah. They're like, and you got it now? I'm like, yeah. They're like, raw, oh yeah, I can, bro. And then they just pattern. I just give them a little pattern, the blueprint, and they pattern. So I'm like, yeah. I say like, raw, have the people around you that when they care and they're talking, listen to them and use them.
Yep.
Use them to elevate yourself.
So
and when you get to a certain level, when you get to a certain level,
Yeah.
start a WhatsApp man group for your man them. That's what those are the two things I would express to do, and have that space where you man can just talk about everything. It could be the
HOA
bus
is
drive.
just that. HOA is exactly that.
That's
Okay.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got the freedom to like literally just. We've got something that's stressing you out, driving you mad.
Yeah.
Right.
Come studio.
Come studio. Get me. Come talk to man. Come spit some bars.
So it is that then, isn't it? It's because we keep things locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really about expressing.
Bro, it's just
Need
about
to
being
express.
open.
That's why I say
express.
acknowledgement, acceptance, and let people know what go on. So the real ones around you can be there and support you in your journey.
I'm happy we're having this conversation because this is June. It is Men's Mental Health Month.
Okay.
It is. So the cure is to talk about it. Is that what you're saying?
Bro,
It is.
open.
Yeah?
Straight.
Talk about it.
So why don't people that go to the doctors and say
Own it.
I'm depressed? Why don't doctors tell them?
Because they need that
Doctors
tablets
don't
money.
listen.
Tablets money.
Yeah.
Tablets are money, bro.
Doctors don't
Like, if
listen.
you're sick, then I drink more peas.
Man.
Like, what's wrong with you?
Talk the things then, brother. Talk the things.
Well done.
It's true.
It's true. Like, you're stuck on these tablets, and then when you come off these tablets, now you're dependent on these tablets.
There you go.
Yeah, but you wasn't really dependent on these tablets. They're just a placebo. You know, like that little pink thing they said. They say, yeah, Pepto-Bismol, man. Yeah, this will sort out your belly. You drink it, you think in your mind that's sorting out your belly starts sorting out.
Bang.
But really, if you didn't even have that, you just thought in your mind, my belly sorting out. Your belly would just sort out.
There you
Powerful
go.
mind.
There you go.
Power of
You
the
say
mind,
like you're
bro.
depressed, right? You're upset and thing, right? I might say, hey, Aston, do you know what? Yeah, man's been feeling real upset, you know. Man's like, you know what? Yeah, come, let's go for a jog. Just go outside, let's go for a run.
Run.
Do that for like, let's say every 2 days, every day for a week. all of a sudden you just start feeling better, bruv, because you're exercising, one which creates endorphins and these things in your body, which actually, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Serotonin to power you up.
The serotonin, it powers you up, bruv. Right? And then obviously you're getting outside, you're getting fresh air, and you're with company, so you can talk and these sort of things there. So all of these things are positive vibes, way better than tablets. Way better than tablets.
Way better.
Even when I was little, my dad used to say to me, yeah, when you get a headache, don't take tablets, just drink water and go to sleep.
Trust me. Grandmaster hot water. Listen, all powers people that are listening right now, all of the people on the network, water.
Or cherries help.
Hey, I heard that as well. Yeah. Because of the sugars and stuff like that can help, depending on what causes the headache.
So it's a multitude of things you have to put together to cure it, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're talking about it. Exercise, healthy eating,
socialize.
Yeah, healthy eating, meditation as well.
Meditation,
self-belief.
How will people meditate? Do you meditate?
Yeah.
How do people meditate? If people don't want to know how to meditate, what's the best advice to give them? You don't just sit down and close your eyes, innit? What is there breathing pattern? Is there a certain mind state you got to be in first?
Many various ways to meditate, but I would say the most basic way to really learn, if you really want to start, is find a quiet space. It's always the fundamental thing to do, and it doesn't mean go and find a completely quiet room. A quiet space could be a tree in a park.
Yeah.
Or it could be sitting by the beach. Yeah. That could be your quiet place.
Can I elaborate on something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we miss something because obviously we don't see everything, innit? So like right now we're 4 individuals in the building.
Yeah.
My frequency is bouncing off yours is bouncing off mine. Yeah. So constantly I'm dealing with frequencies unaware of it.
Yeah.
This is why
conductors.
Thank you. This is why when you go to nature and you're already dealing with the frequency of the tree, it's a whole different. That's where you find peace. That's what it says. That's what it says, peace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Grounding.
All
of that.
432. That's the frequency of nature.
Grounding is another way.
Yeah.
So we're talking 5 ways now. Do you get what I'm saying?
Definitely spiritual in intervention.
Oh, we're 6 then, isn't it? But you get what I'm saying? Like, if we didn't talk about it, we will not find these 6 ways. You might just pick one route, and you're still not getting cured. You don't know why. But as a collective, we thought, okay, look, there's 6. I bet there's more.
There's
hundreds.
But yo, we're in one episode.
Yeah, no, there's acupuncture again. Meridian channels.
Yeah, all of that as well.
Open up your meridian channels and that.
So it's different avenues for different people.
Yeah, different worlds, different places. Yeah, they have it in a different way. You know, like how you might go to Africa and a man will be like, "Yeah, go in the bush, get that leaf, and that bark, put them together, cauldron, alchemist. You're right. This is just something nice.
Yeah, for real.
You got children for life. You get it? Like, I was like, for real. I was like, yeah, man.
I'm gonna ask one more question before we get into some interesting topics. But I'll ask one. So, alright, cool. Just picture me as a man with severe mental health. I'm depressed. I'm about to take my life anytime soon. What advice you gonna give me?
I could tell you a story.
Talk to me.
I actually remember a time when I was living at my grandpa's and I had to go to the shops for him. I was crossing the bridge. And there was somebody on the other side of the railings. Saw a man just there, like a foreign guy.
Okay.
So my first instinct was to go over to him. Like, I must have been 21, 22.
So he was ready to top himself, yeah?
He was ready to go. Like, literally directly underneath him was train tracks. So yeah, so I've gone to the other side of the bridge and I've slowly approached this guy. He don't really speak much English in it. So I'm saying, excuse me, please stop. Just stop. I'm edging over to him. I didn't get too close because I didn't want him to get, startled or nothing like that. So I'm like, why are you here? Why are you here? Talk to me. That's all I kept saying to him. Please tell me why you're here. Talk to me. He just kept nodding his head, looking down, looking at me, looking down, looking at me. Every time he looked down, I edged a bit closer. And I got my hand on his shoulder. And I said, you don't need to do this, Please just talk to me. That's all I could. Just talk to me, innit? That's all he needed to do was talk. His foot slipped, My guy's foot slipped. Oh, no. So I've grabbed my guy's shoulder now. I've got him by his jacket. He's trying to pull himself up. He's got his foot back on the railing. I've looked to my left and out of nowhere, there was nobody on the bridge. Out of nowhere, 2 police officers were just there, randomly. Jeez. So I've shouted out to them. I said, I need your help. Help me, please. I don't want to drop this guy in it. So they've come over to me. They've helped me pull the guy over. The guy's looked me dead in the face and said, I'm so sorry. He looked at me and said, sorry. It's like, bro, you don't need to be sorry. Don't need to be sorry. He gave me a cuddle. He cried. I left him be. All I asked him to do was talk. And that kept him there.
Yeah, it made him wait.
Do you know what I mean? So, if somebody can have an opportunity to talk,
Yeah.
let them talk.
But if I don't want to talk,
If you don't want to talk, then give man a hug. Give man a
I
hug.
was about to say that.
Give man a hug. Give man a hug.
People don't
Breathe
know
it
how
out.
powerful that is.
but there's certain people that just they can't give you a hug neither, brother. There's certain people that they can't just give you a hug. They can't do it. It's not in them.
Most at that point in time, trust me.
So
I'm just going through scenarios. 'Cause I've seen man like that, bro. Like they don't want to talk. They don't want to interact. They don't want you to touch them.
it's
and they're
difficult.
depressed as hell.
It's difficult because
What
if
do you say
you
to them
really know
next?
the person, if you really know the person, then you would ask that person to tap in. You know what I mean? Go back and just think about the times that you've really had in his life. I know it's been hard. I know it's been difficult, but the times where it's been good, look at what we've achieved.
Yeah.
Look at what we've done. Look at what you've done with your family. Look at what you've done with your brethren. You can do more than that. We can do more than that. Let's continue to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Don't stop now, innit?
Guys, do you know what I do?
What do you do, bro?
So they don't want to be touched. Don't want to be touched. Nothing. Don't want to listen. Nothing. Don't want to hear nothing. They're just staunch. I said to them, come here, come with me for a second, and I'd bring them to the mirror, and I'd make them look in the mirror, and I'd tell them this. I say, look in the mirror, and look at everything that you are that money can't buy.
That's it still.
I don't have to say
Bars.
nothing. I'm not telling you nothing. You're looking in the mirror and you're doing your thing in your brain. 9 times out of 10, I get a smile. When I say that to someone, I get a smile. They're like, rah. I think about all the things that you are, all the things you possess that makes you uniquely you, that money can't buy. They're like, rah, shit. Start thinking about it. So I had to give him gives the person something to think about.
Yeah.
Something to think, some reason to connect you to reality, to life. Something that connects you to yourself. So it's not something I've
Connection.
Yeah, it's not nothing I've put on you. Because I know sometimes when you want to talk or you're upset in general, you just want to talk it out. You don't actually want advice. I don't want you to solve it for me. I just want to say what I want to say and just be allowed to say it. So sometimes
No judgment.
you got to give people just time to think about things.
That's right.
So I just give them something you can connect with that belongs to you. It's not me. It's not outside. It's not nothing to do with the situation. It's to do with you. Because 9 times out of 10, mental health can be solved from the person who has it,
Yeah, that's
without the doctors. 'Cause you know that people like, you got that one. What's her name? I can't remember her name, but it's a little white lady, man. I can't remember her name.
Jane Elliott.
No,
No,
but
I know
she
who you're
makes
talking
like
about.
books and that, and she's about self-healing and your body. If this is in your leg, you can do this. Just
Oh my days.
I can't remember her name, man. I got it's on the tip of my tongue, but I forgot her name, man.
I know what you're talking about.
Alright, from what you're
Louise Hay.
Okay, that's her name, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Louise Hay.
From what we've been saying, yeah, it's definitely for me overall broad an education thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like when you talked about that woman, it just hit me. The body's connected to lots of different parts of the body. And we don't know what part of the body is connected to what part of the body. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I saw something. It had a feet.
Yeah.
And the feet, parts of the feet are connected to the liver, parts and little
the
things.
heart, your
You
lungs.
see when they do the acupunctures and that,
Yeah, yeah.
they know them things there, innit? I think as men, we need to educate our youths about it as well. So they're fully well aware of everything as well.
Yes.
Before we get there.
100%.
Prevention is better than cure, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel what I'm saying?
yeah, for real.
So, Jen, Louise H.
Louise Hay, I think. Louise Hay.
Is her name?
I think so. I think that's her name. But I'll come back to you. I'll double check.
That does sound right.
But I think it's her name. But yeah, she's like, she's on that mind over matter thing, and it makes sense. You know, people that, you know, they say hardship brings success. Yeah. You see people that
I believe that still.
You see people that go through madness, they become the most successful people because they know the high level of madness that they've been through, and they can find a way out. It's still, that's like they've done it with their mind, because not, you know, a lot of successful people. Like, I mean, when I say successful, I mean successful in their business or it could be financial, whatever it is. It's due to.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
It's due to them using their own mind to get this off out of it.
No, it's funny.
So,
That coincides with what I was gonna say earlier. Yeah, about the fact that what I like to remind people of, even when they're falling, even what helps me, because I've been there where I wanted to end my own life, and what turned it around for me was the fact that I realized every day above ground, things can change. Once you're gone, that's it. It's wherever you left it. That's it. It's gone.
Every day above ground, things can change.
Things can change. It's another chance for things
Facts
to change,
though.
for pick up to
Bars.
understand.
Facts, bro. Like things changed in an hour, in a second.
You see people all the way at the top, and they within 24 hours they've lost everything.
And you see people at the bottom
Climb
to the top.
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Generational curses, you know.
Oh, we even talked about that one yet.
That's how,
Yeah.
listen.
Generational curses.
Powers.
How is me?
Yo, that's how you man and powers
big up,
together.
nah,
That's just
big
a
up, Nina,
crazy
big up,
thing.
Nina.
So what about generational curses though? What about it? What how are you linking that to mental health? I get you, but I want you to elaborate.
That's what I said when I said about like how a lot of men have had
From way back.
anxiety and depression and PTSD and
And they haven't been able to.
they haven't been able to.
My uncle had mental health, severe mental health issues.
where they haven't been able to articulate it at that time because so much things were happening to them. Yeah. I can only imagine. I'll give you an example. Yeah. So imagine I can't be fully me, who I am, outside, but I can go home and teach my children algebra, mathematics, and all these things, how to cook, how to clean, how to hunt.
Yeah.
But I can't go out there and be the hunter and the clean. I can't.
No.
They can't see me like that. They're never gonna see me like that. They're gonna see me as lesser than. But I'm still able to come home and teach all of you how to read and write and how to do all these things as the man. That leading down
Also,
into this time. That leading down into this time. Again, if you're not being able to express it, at this time, then you're stuck. It's stuck. It's inside you. You don't even know it's in there. You don't even know it's in there. And then it takes something really, really traumatic to make it come out.
Yeah.
Because now you're allowed to actually let it out.
Yeah.
This is the thing. What you got to realize as well. Back in the day, like mental health wasn't really seen.
I know.
It wasn't really heard of.
It was under the carpet.
So it wasn't really dealt with.
In that way.
So in that aspect, sometimes, like for example, when my nan and granddad was alive, I would speak to them about how I would feel, and I'd say like, I feel depressed. They would ask me,
how old
what
was
do
you?
you mean? I was about 13, 14.
Oh, they asked you, they never heard of it. They're not really
They were
looking
like,
at
what's that? You ain't depressed. What's that? You don't even know what that is. Sort of thing. It's like, what? How can you not know? Like, granddad, I'm sure you've been in the war and them things there. So you should know, like,
things, experience.
do you know?
He just gets
you know
on
what
with
I'm
it.
saying? But that's the thing. They don't see it as a form of mental health.
No.
They just see it as, oh, that's what it is, and just.
Step off lip is what they say.
So
And they just-
we don't really get taught on how to deal with it.
Back to what you said, education.
Generational as well.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, I get you. You see when you said about you triggered me to think of something, and you triggered me as well. My uncle got mad mental health, and I believe it's because he came to the country and he couldn't settle in
It was
correctly.
difficult, yeah.
And I think
Digest.
my family couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
So I'm in my dad and my uncle having a mad arms house, blood in the house. Mad, like plates are getting broken, vests are getting ripped, and I think my dad couldn't understand it neither. So that's why the educational part is so important, because my uncle passed away now, rest in power to him. But he passed away in a bad state. Do you get what I'm saying? Like man pick up the phone and no one's ringing, blood.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Just mad things. And it's just it's kind of sad, man. It's a sad ending for him. When I look
That's
back
cold,
at it.
man.
That's cold.
Yeah,
Sorry
it's
to
cold. It's cold.
rest in powers.
See,
Don't
for me,
know.
like when you talk about generational curses and stuff, right? I'll go back to when I was little and I watched this Bruce Lee film. You know, I think was it Enter the Dragon? No, it wasn't the film. It was a film about his life. And in the film, he was talking about. I think he was shooting Enter the Dragon in the film, and he was talking about how.
I think it was just called Dragon.
Dragon, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Dragon,
And he was
imagine that.
talking about how he didn't want to die and leave the demons, his demons, for his children
To
bear.
take, yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
That's deep.
Not for real. And when I grew up, it's not until like maybe I was about 25 I started to understand what that truly meant. It's like things like, for example, every time my dad was frustrated about something, guess how he handled it? He'd reach for a bottle.
Oh,
Do you understand what I'm
man.
saying?
And they're the little things you don't clock in though,
You
innit?
don't clock about them until you get older and you realize, like, hold on, I'm doing the same thing. What the hell's wrong with me? And then you realize, oh, it's because that's conditioning in yourself.
That's also a generational curse right there.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's to me.
You gotta break it.
That's what it is.
You gotta break consciously.
Of course.
'Cause I was doing the same thing. Friday night, I'm having a drink.
Yeah.
One that said, "Fuck this, blood."
You understand? You get a bit vexed.
Done.
Drink. You get a bit depressed. Drink. You know what I mean? You understand? And
So-
everybody has their vices, right?
Yeah.
So whatever your vice is, whatever you use for that. But I mean, especially in the Caribbean, that's a very big thing in the Caribbean. Do you know what I mean? A lot of men use that as a way to get through. But not watching that, their children are watching them do that.
In the Caribbean, has the Caribbean got as much options for help as here?
Nah,
that's what it is, though, isn't it?
It's not quite the same.
Lack of education and knowledge.
Because
There you go.
who said trauma? Boom.
Me.
Yeah.
The Caribbean suffering a lot of
Big trauma.
big time trauma, but not just I would say little trauma, big time
High
trauma,
level
brother.
trauma, fam. Like,
And
on a high level.
the drink is a big deal in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
The rums,
Yeah.
the white rum.
It was the
Do you know what I'm
way.
saying?
It was the
All
way
the time.
of the elders to forget
To
about what was happening.
To forget. That's not healthy.
just cope with it.
It was their way out. Same with like the trees. It was their way out.
Yeah.
It was their way out, bro.
They'll drink, go home, wake up in the morning, go back to work.
See, that's
Do
what
it
I
again.
always say, people, man. Acknowledgement and acceptance. Can't forget about these things. You have to know.
Education as well. If you're not aware of it,
Yeah.
you're not gonna do nothing. Look, we're talking about it now. We can talk about it and see that it's definitely an educational issue, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? When guys, everyone's picking up the bottle in the Caribbean. What, everyone? All the islands? Nah, there's something going on here. We need to check something. What's the correlation here?
Yeah, trust me.
You feel me?
Trust me.
So yeah, education, man. I hope we can leave this episode and apply it to whoever needs it and to ourselves.
Do you know what? I'm not
You know
gonna
what I'm saying?
lie. I apply it every day.
Oh, big up.
It is a daily thing.
It's a daily thing, and what I will say to people is do what I do in it. Like it works. Might try it. Might work for you, but it works for me. And it like I fully know who my shields are. I know what my shields are.
Yeah.
And I do never confuse a shield for a. I never make a bomb my shield. You get it? I used to do that before.
You should make a bomber shield.
Make my bomb like. This is to protect me, but really this is going. But it's on this side of me. Get it? Where when it's a shield, it's protecting me from the bomb blast.
Yeah.
It's really protecting me. I'm not getting blown up.
Generational, as you said.
Right.
I'll give you something to cry about.
Right.
So you never express. Just, right, we'll cry now. I'll give you something to cry about. You never express.
Trust
me.
You never
Yeah, you
express.
can't.
And where did they get that from?
Their people.
From their parents.
Where did they get that from?
Generations.
Way back.
And you stem it back to fucking slavery, bro.
Do you know like
When man used to complain, shut the fuck up, like.
Crack.
And it's having
You know.
But it's, you know what I'm saying?
I know,
It
I
gets
know.
passed down.
right? This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then it's for us to change it with our children. With our children are different. They're not like how we was.
But
and I love how they are.
You know what?
They're
You say
different.
that, but I'm scared for them. In a generation of gadgets and stuff.
Yeah.
That's gonna be another different mental health problem down the line, bro. That's nothing we're suffering. It's gonna be something else.
Yeah, but
true.
but they are free to speak.
Yeah, this
They're-
is it.
I-
They
they're
won't
free-
go
they're-
through the
they-
same.
They're free. They will go through the same things,
Nah,
but they're a little. I think they're a little bit more freer. We wasn't that free like that. We was free to go outside, run up and down,
Yeah.
but not free in our mind, like to express. I'm sure, like all of the parents in here, when their youth comes and tells them something, they listen to their youth over any adult outside because they know how to treat their youth and how to
I'd
deal with their youth and
still-
how they raise their youth.
Yeah, still, you have to implement that education from young. Like, my son's going to be turning 6 in July. And I remember a few times now where you can tell your son's upset. You can tell your boy's upset, but you don't want to tell you.
Yeah. And they said they're trying to hold it.
Not having it. I'm not having you try and pull face and I can see your bottom lip wobbling and you're trying to keep it quiet. I want to know, well, go on, son, what's wrong? What's the matter?
go on, talk to me.
Talk to me, let me know what's wrong.
Don't bottle it. Don't teach them how to bottle things
And
up.
even then, sometimes we were like, no, I'm okay, daddy. But no, you're not. Don't lie to me, son. Tell me what's the matter.
Yeah,
That's it.
And then we deal with it.
Because that's the start, you know. That's the start of how it kind of. You see, like how we was talking about how men get taught not to express.
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
from the dad.
Do you understand? Yeah, but not just from the dad, from the mum as well. It's like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you? What's wrong with your mouth? Fix
Yeah.
your mouth. Fix your face.
Yeah,
That's what we-
fix
you
your face
understand?
now. You're not even talking about it.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Alright, let me put it, internalize it.
Yeah, that is it. You know what I mean? You know what? Let me just look at the TV
insane.
and just distract
That
myself.
emotion just sits there now.
Yeah,
It
let me
stays
just keep it. You're not gonna get outside. I'm gonna punch man in his face. Yeah, anyone chats to me, they get in the bank. They're getting all of this come out because it needs to come out.
Exactly.
You get it now. 2-2, you're a bad boy.
Yeah,
But you're not really.
You're not really.
You're
You're just vexed.
You're just vexed because you can't express yourself.
I would say if you're somebody that can really see if somebody's like there, if somebody's down, and you can see that somebody needs to let out and talk, give them that opportunity, innit?
Yeah.
Don't let it slide.
Yeah, man. Because you never know, like that one time you let it slide, that you see it mounts up, it builds up, it infests the body and turns into something else. It's like, again, I say I'm full of sayings. Yeah,
In the release,
it's like holding on to these things is like drinking poison, expecting your enemy to die. How?
exercise. I think exercise is top one out of everything. Because sometimes man don't want to chat in it.
Yeah.
Man just want
do
to
that.
burn some energy in the right way. Do you know, I don't want to burn in a zoo. I want to release something. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I did start working out, my mental health got better, bro.
Yeah.
It definitely got 100%.
Because
It made me think clearer.
Because you was getting them serotonins, they were turning on inside.
Do you
your
get what I'm
body.
saying?
It's like rah, rah, and then you can see your progress.
I stopped feeling sorry for myself.
Right. Yeah.
'Cause I'm seeing my progress.
Right.
I'm like, oh, do too much. Get out here. So I advise anyone get in the gym, man. Get in the gym, or if you don't want to go gym, do home workouts.
Have an outlet.
Yeah, have an outlet.
My one's music.
You,
Like, I
you do
train.
martial arts as well, innit?
I do martial arts as well,
Exactly, yeah.
I do my wood weapons and Wing Chun, but
Yeah, I see that.
my real release is music.
Yeah, 100.
If I'm down and I can't really get out of that darkness, I flick on my computer and make a beat.
Jeez.
I'm back to myself, back to my normal self. If man them are down and they need something, I remember in Trini, do you remember how Soldiers got made?
Yeah, I remember.
One of the man them called, he had issues, he had some mad issues, he was down, like proper down. I said, come studio. I kind of recognized his energy and made a beat that would counteract that energy. We ended up making a track called Soldiers. Tune bangs, like it's a powerful tune for man them.
The frequency hits, yeah.
Yeah, the frequency hits.
Proper.
Proper thing, man. Yeah, everything's on the right frequency.
So that, yeah.
100, yeah. You'll hear it one day.
Okay.
No, the world will hear it one day because it's a good tune, man. But yeah, music is my thing, innit? Because it feels like it's mine as well. Because Jones has called me a griot before. A griot.
You agree?
Yeah, he's called me a
griot, yeah.
griot basically before, and he said like you're a musical griot, Tego. I was like, right, what do you mean? He's like, raw. He's like, you show the stories through the music. So
Big.
if people listen to my songs, like 9 times out of 10, it's not the music, not the verses or the beat. It's the story. If you deep the story I'm talking about, you'd be like, raw. I give it out in stories. My blueprint comes out in stories. So depending on how I feel, like I could feel down and write a bad boy song that's up. The man's singing, it's
like a
wavy.
counter.
It's like, yeah. And then every time I record or perform that song, I get that energy back, that feeling good energy back. You get it? Like, I've alchemied this.
A griot, very quickly, is an old school ancient storyteller. He knows a lot of knowledge about the land and stuff like that, and he would tell stories around fires and
Tego,
and
yeah?
stuff like that. Yeah, griot. He's a griot right
Jesus. So boom, last question has been like, it's going on in it, but it's good. You have to give it the time in it.
there. Yeah, 100.
So now, what? Okay, we will come out the dark, right? But I have. I can't speak for everyone, but I have. What advice would you give to a partner in order to help you? So if it ever happened again, boom, they know what to do.
That depends on the partner, innit? That depends on
Let's speak generically though, because everyone's partner's different, innit? But
Bro, you know what?
what would you want your partner to do?
Notice me.
Notice
That I was upset. Like, see my notice. And when I tell you, don't judge me. Don't judge me on what I'm telling you.
Don't judge me.
I am just telling you about this right now because I really want to express it to you, because I really want to tell you.
Yeah.
But if you judge me, guess what happens? I won't tell you again. I'll go find somebody else to tell that will listen.
Oh.
Not a person, not a partner.
Oh.
Not like a friend's man. Them. Like my thing, innit?
Got political real quick. I'll find a new thing.
No one never said that. No one never said a new thing. I won't find a new thing. But like, if if I've come to you as your partner and said express and come and told you, listen,
Yeah, I hear that.
my vulnerability. I'm
Yeah, I hear
coming
that.
to you, my vulnerability.
Yeah.
I need you
Recognize.
to recognize this is vulnerability. Please don't step on it.
Violate.
Please don't stab it. Please just listen to what I'm saying and don't judge me. Don't think that this is me all the time. This is me now, and I need to express it to you. I have the ability to flip out of it and keep and do what I'm doing, but I really want to talk about it. So I will say to your partner, bro, don't judge me. Just don't even give me advice. Just listen to me.
I do want to elaborate though. It is a heavy toll on a partner.
It is.
It is like it is.
But the thing is,
It is.
no. But the thing that I'm saying is this: is a heavy toll on the partner. But when they have their problems, they come and tell us, bruv.
I heard it, but it's a heavy toll on you as
Yeah,
well
but
though.
we take it. We don't stab them when they came and us about, oh yeah, this happened to me when I was 10. We don't stab them and say, right, yeah, button you, and boom, boom. We take that on board and say, you know what, babes, yeah, I hear that. And we empower them back in to rise up out of it. Do the same to me when it's my turn.
Yeah.
Empower me back, don't stab me. That's
Empower
what I'm
me.
saying. Like, bro, empower me back in it, like, for real. Like, that's it, don't judge me, empower me back. Because when it's your turn, I'm not judging anything my woman tells me. I just take it as, raw, that's happened. How do we get over it? Let's make a shield.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Jones.
Yeah. But Tego pretty much covered quite a bit there still. I'm not gonna lie.
That's right.
But I think the only piece of advice I'd give for a partner is know your partner.
Know your partner.
Take time to understand and know your partner. It's the only way that you can really kind of come together and make things work. Because if you both understand who each other are and what you're about, you know what I mean?
To maneuver, you know how to, you know what I mean? You know what not to say and them kind of things there, when to back off.
Know somebody's triggers.
Exactly.
Like if I come to you saying this is what gets me to that dark space, don't feed that.
There you go.
Try and help me to get rid of that trigger. Same way I would help you get rid of whatever is triggering you. I'm not gonna feed that trigger. I'm gonna try and do something to get rid of it. That's all a man really needs.
Just go get a new partner, bro. Bro, you know what? I'm coming to that conclusion. Yeah. You know why? I'm coming to that conclusion. Yeah. If man are living in a household and your partner, blood, is not willing to help out accordingly, brother, you might just be by yourself, bro, and deal with the situation, bro. Because that's the extra stress.
Within reason, like I mean, like you said, it's a lot on them, innit? So you got
It's
to
a
give
lot
them
on
a
them.
chance to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, like you talk it through, you get them a chance.
Okay, I'm talking like we've already had the conversation more than once.
Time and it's,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. So if it's been like 3, 4, 5 times,
What's the
then something's got to change. Something's got to give or something's got to go.
there you go.
Simple.
Alright, guys, we're gonna go into a quick, interesting topic here. Might fly through a couple quickly.
Alright, cool.
Should conscious people accept MBEs?
No.
Straight up,
if you know, nah, why would you do that? Like you know what the
Would you
MBE
accept it?
No, I don't know knighthood. I'm good, man. I'm
Yeah?
a king, fam. What is your knight
The
to a
Queen
king?
invites you to
What's
Buckingham.
What's a knight to a king, cuz? What's wrong with you, fam? It's just another piece on the board.
What's a night to a god, huh? What's
go.
that?
That way I said. Yeah.
So that's a no.
No.
I'm a bit 50-50 on that because
Oh.
I like the idea of setting an example.
What's the example? Become a member of the British Empire.
No, because obviously that person who's getting it, if they're getting it for like something that nobody knows them for, like what the hell? Do you know what I mean? You don't just get that just so.
So, what do you mean?
You don't just get something like that just like that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Miss Dynamite got one for music.
She does things. She's supposed to have done things. You get me? I haven't really checked up on what she's been doing ever since her music career, but I've heard that.
Stormzy got one.
I think her brother done more. But the point is, it's like it's supposed to be something like you've committed your life to a cause, right?
Bad
And then you get the honor for committing your life to that cause. If it ain't that, then I don't know what the hell is it for. Then at that point, then what's the point in it?
It's weird because there's a lot of people that get MBEs, bruv. And sometimes I'll
But
be
then
like,
dishing it out like Skittles now, what?
yeah, not like that, yeah, but I find it fishy that someone will get MBE and it's like, okay, you're not just getting a medal, innit? What's the real reason? What's underneath it? What are they going to use you for later?
That's what I'm
Because what's the purpose of it? Okay, I got a medal, well done. Who cares, innit? I got lots of football medals at home.
You know what I mean?
It means nothing.
Has Eldris ever got one?
There might be recruiters.
I don't know. Has he got one?
I'm not sure.
Car boy,
I don't know that right now. We're gonna expose him if he is.
No, I'm not saying he is. I've seen some.
But I won't doubt it if he does though.
Bro, you know, like when the COVID thing came in, they were pushing it.
He's a pagan for that.
100%.
I ain't gonna lie, I was like, big man, what you trying to do? You trying to get Bond, innit?
Even Morgan Freeman. You see when he did his little advert as well?
Bro, allow it.
It's just like, oh, come on, man. Not
See,
as well.
I'm glad I don't watch TV, fam.
And this is why I can't mess with Idris. I like his acting and that, yeah. But when I saw his wife acting that way, yeah. Get out of here, man. You can't be trusted.
It was mad.
You can't be trusted no more, bro.
I said, right, Idris, you trying to what? Like, right.
You see, this is the thing. If you're lifting people up, that's one thing. But if you're just getting it for like, I don't know, what else are people getting it for? I thought that was the whole point in the thing.
Oh. Idris Elba got OBE, bro.
You
Says it all. That's what I'm saying. I know my thing's right. You know,
But
when I
is
say
he conscious
something,
though? Is he conscious though?
No, but I don't know, man. I see things in the dark, like my man. So I saw some things in that COVID dark, fam. I said, listen, man's not on this and that, and this and that, bro. So now to hear that,
Lovid.
yeah, Lovid. Now to hear that, I'm like, you know what? Listen. Say nothing like T. You know how your mind is. Just stay there, bro.
Yeah.
Teach it to your young ones, man.
Yeah, brother. Stay where you are.
Trust me, fam.
It's slippery surfaces out here, cuz.
Bro, this is what I said, brother. Make the music, mind with business.
Calm.
Bro.
Alright, cool. I got another question for you then, because we do music, and you don't do conscious music.
Yeah.
So where
sometimes
we
do all sorts.
So as a conscious group, yeah, because you're a conscious group.
Yeah.
You don't know what the game is, innit?
Of course.
So now, how do you lot plan to go around that and battle that? Because
Strength in numbers.
okay, but there's an elevation level, innit?
Yeah.
Are you getting what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I want to speak in code.
Nah, obviously.
What's the end goal
do you know
for
what?
conscious groups in the case?
Strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers.
Do you know what? Strength in number, reach, all those things, but also like kind of, if we're talking in codes and that, like create your own thing, innit? Create your own lane, innit? Like do your thing, because there's too many people in the world. There's too many people to shut your thing down. So let's create your own lane, innit? If you know me, what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Make your thing.
Just be yourself.
Make your thing, because you know why?
You're right.
'Cause I'm telling you,
But
certain doors don't be going through. Certain doors don't go through. Make your own doors.
No, you're right. But you see what happens? I'm scared. I'll tell you why I'm scared.
Bro.
Because I know if man makes this conscious thing pop off, it's like any other thing. It's gonna get
Shut down.
and taken over and infiltrated.
Of course.
And the knowledge man's pushing is gonna get poisoned with other knowledge, and that's what they're gonna be pushing as conscious music down the line. So I'm scared to blow this thing up because I know the monster that's gonna be created from it.
I tell you
Yeah,
what,
but that's why I say strength in numbers.
Be responsible for what you say, bro.
Yeah.
Just keep it like that.
Okay, of course.
Be responsible for. Don't worry about what everybody else says. Be responsible for.
But now look, check this though. I'm always responsible for what I'm saying. I've been responsible for what I'm saying.
That's the only.
I know, but check this though. There's gonna be an agent that's gonna come along, brother, and is gonna be saying what man's saying, but he's twisting it. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
get you.
they're gonna push his music
Because they're gonna head the power in what you're saying.
and that's where the messing up problem is. Because it's happened in grime. We're seeing the effects of it now. They knocked the king of grime off the chessboard, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Quickly. And they use a certain tool to do it. I'm not gonna go into details.
Yeah, I know.
You all know what I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah,
grime.
I
And
know.
grime was ours.
Ours.
I lived in grime.
Made
I
in
saw
man's
it get
bedroom.
made.
Yeah.
So now I see the effects of it, and I'm seeing who's the top artist of it. It's like, I think we just keep this thing underground, but keep it to ourselves, bro. Because if we let this off, they're gonna twist it, brother.
I feel there's an element in that, but also, like I said, I just feel like we live in a time where you can make your own lane.
Yeah.
We live in a time where you
course.
can
And if you make it big enough and loud enough, then people will follow.
Why you done it?
and how can I say it? Like,
You done it? Why you done it? Made his own lane.
so I know.
Well, what happened to the lane,
I
dog?
know, doggy. They took the lane away.
They took the lane
They took the whole lane away. But my man said, you know what? I don't even live here no more. I'm doing a whole new life. So you lot can do your thing, and I'll be over here in Amsterdam chilling. Yeah, that's what my man said. You get me? Like, raw. You can't take it away from me. I know who I am. When man them holler me, I come to studio. I do my thing. I fly home. You get it? Like, and you know what? Look at my seed. My seed's coming ready for all of you. You lot are dead. You're not all dead because my seat's gonna be the tastemakers. They're gonna be ones that select. So now what? Then it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. You just filter it down into.
Wiley accepted MBE.
Huh?
Yes.
He accepted it, innit?
Did he?
Yeah, he went.
Did it?
Because he had that guy, innit? That guy was in his background.
See what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, like he had the Iago. Like, well, go on, man.
Well, that's better than
go to
being.
the
That's
team.
better than going out.
Listen,
there,
and
This is going on episode as well, guys. We want to see why, like, it's real talk,
It
innit?
is, but you know what I'm saying? But look what happened to him when he took it. What happened to him?
You know what he's saying?
He said, no, I don't want it back. I want it back. Take it back.
He's saying he never even got to see it apart from that day.
Right,
he went into his manager's office and it's been there.
Yeah, it's not his.
So he got used.
He got used to get that
mad.
level of power.
He got
Do you
used,
get it?
bro.
Like, but it didn't really go to him. Went to his people. Then used him again on the next level. Look how they had him dressed up and that at the Brits and that, looking all different.
Yeah, it's a bit mad still.
Look at
Nah,
his face. His face looked like he doesn't even want it, bro. Like,
I saw the video. He was cold still.
Yeah, I hear
he was
that,
cold
but
still. It was
say
freezing.
say no more. But they made him like, I don't want it. I don't want it.
No, he was actually freezing in the picture. I see it.
But it looks like they made it like, I don't want it. He's like, I don't want it.
Yeah, it's mad.
cool. We're gonna hit another subject because we all agree MBE is a no, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
no, yeah.
we're
It's
good
not
in
cool.
it, that's alright.
It's questionable. I'm not liking what I'm hearing still. To be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah.
because I thought it was supposed to be something earned over time. Like you're supposed to. Do you know what I mean? Like you spending life behind
Powers.
You know, yeah, that's what I'm
We
saying.
gotta let you know what it is,
Yeah,
bro.
you've been one
So
of
you
our-
wanted one, but you're changing your mind
No,
now.
I never wanted one. Never wanted
He
one.
said
bruv.
50-50 still. He said he's 50-50
I
on it.
think basically for me, like when I was younger and I used to see people earn it, yeah, they earned it for like, that's like, they earned it for like 50 years in the acting industry and all this kind of stuff and blah blah. They're basically
Oh,
their
it's
contribution.
accolades.
Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? But now it's like if it's just being flung out to make you join some sort of secret kind of-
Organisation.
then
It's just
nah,
value.
cool. Yeah, just
I hear you.
Allow it.
Flat Earth or Globe Earth?
Pardon me?
Flat Earth or Globe Earth? What are we talking, people?
Right, listen, I've already told you guys, I am a flat earth. I'm not gonna lie. My guy, I'm not alone.
I'm not alone, but that's the truth, brother.
Thank you.
The
Thank
thing is the truth to
Thank
me,
you.
bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hear you, but I always say,
Oh.
even as such, like, if something's spinning, if something flat is spinning like a coin,
Yeah.
how does it look?
It's not spinning.
How do you know?
Oh no,
Because it does say the Earth is unmovable still.
he said it's the spoon.
It's not spinning.
It does say that.
All right, boom. You see the sun?
Huh? I
Alright,
found the
look,
verse.
look,
I found the
I
verse
know
for
about
you.
all this. I know about
Do you
all
know the
this.
sun
I've been-
moves in a figure of 8? Yeah. You know it doesn't circuit. You know that we don't go around the sun or nothing like that. It doesn't work like that. The sun actually moves in the figure of 8 above us. And how the seasons work is the size of the circles become bigger or smaller.
The further it is, the winter, the closer it is the summer.
It's summer, yeah, and that's how we get our seasons.
Okay, fair enough. I get what you said.
He set the earth on its foundation. It can never be moved.
Metsuts.
And
Psalms
also-
104.
well, you know what? Didn't they just make the globe to show people where things are?
Yeah.
They didn't even make it just a way to show the earth, innit?
And
So
do you know,
Pretty much.
it's
So
not
wait,
just supposed to be called the globe. It's not supposed to be called the
It's a
globe.
bit hazy here. I don't know who believes in what right now. What are you saying, Province? Are you flat Earth or globe Earth, G?
Bro, like, listen, I'm gonna figure it out.
So they're gonna figure it out.
Are you flat Earth or globe Earth, bro?
Raj, you know what? I am.
It's not deep.
No. I got something for you. Obviously, the way they want to show it to us is showing it in a circle, innit?
What, the flat Earth?
No.
The globe.
Earth in general, but when Earth is a planet, like one of the other planets, right?
Plant.
Is it not a
Plant
planet?
net. Yeah.
Plant
Plant
net.
net.
Okay, plant net. Okay, I see you. What you're.
Get me, where-
I'm breaking it all down.
This is the garden, bro.
I'm
It's a
saying,
big garden, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. So I'm saying, on what I know and believe, it's a flat Earth.
Jones touched me. Oh, big up.
My
Big up.
guy.
Jones touched me. I'm gonna tell you why. He just busted me.
My
Still,
guy.
think about it. Plant net. That means if this is a big garden, none of these other planets are gardens, bro. They're saying this is a cold place.
Yeah,
this is gassy.
this is
But
fire.
we just said plant net.
Yeah.
So
Get me.
It's the garden. There's no other garden, G. So when they're saying planet Pluto, come on, bruv. Like there's playing no man.
Yeah.
They're just literally playing no man. When you deep it, and when you break it down, the
I say
word
some of them ain't even planets, bro. They don't tell you shit, right?
There you go.
what's space?
It's supposed to be the emptiness. It's a vacuum.
Boom.
Emptiness. Nothing.
Nothing. There's space over there.
Right. It's here.
So what does that mean?
It's nothing.
It means
So-
nothing's there, G. They telling man nothing's there. Check this. No, what's Astra? What's Astro? What's that?
To be out and basically to travel out into the stars, isn't it?
That's what you think. It means ground.
Astro.
Astra's ground.
Yeah.
And
Extraterrestrial as well.
Zero. Man ain't going nowhere.
That's why their man didn't go nowhere
They just
the
did.
whole time. You know the Louis Armstrong thing.
Yeah.
Why is there air on the moon?
No, you know about the word extraterrestrial? You know, a lot of people associate this word with like alien life form and
Yeah.
stuff like
Are we
that.
extraterrestrials?
We are.
No,
Are
we're
we,
not.
are we interterrestrials?
We are terrestrials of our own sort of space.
We're interterrestrials then.
Yeah, we're interterrestrials of our own space. So extra is like more, means more,
Mm.
and terra is land, like terrain
Yes.
is land. So
You know what?
obviously it's flat, innit?
More land.
He's bad boy still.
I'll tell you,
Listen,
Extraterrestrial is more land.
Touch me. The
Yeah.
word terror
Yeah.
derived from the word tear or. Or is land.
Yeah, exactly.
That's that. You're destroying the land. That's real terror.
Exactly.
You get
So
what
when
I'm
they
saying?
talk about aliens, they're not talking about people coming from outside. They're talking about the outer space that houses us, basically. So you think of a circle and then a bigger circle. So that flat space outside of us is the outer space, and that's where the extraterrestrials come from, because they live on the extra land that's outside of us. You get me?
You see what? That's mad you saying that, yeah, because I
I'll give you the next one.
Yo,
brother.
don't let
I'm
the
just
doctors
going
ruin
to
it.
ask you guys here. Have you guys
but yeah.
been in like say
What,
I
plane?
don't know. No. I mean like up in a mountain somewhere
Yep.
and stared at the sky and watched the stars.
Yep.
It's flat.
Yep.
Yeah. And watch how they move.
They move.
They're within our vicinity.
Yeah. They don't move 360.
No. I'm not saying they move 360, but they do like move. And it's like because I was thinking to myself,
But the stars can move still.
something- Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've
the
seen
Earth
flickering
moves.
stars and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
But something's got to be moving.
Yeah.
They
Do you
are.
understand? So even if like the Earth is like this table,
Yeah.
so you're saying that space is what's moving.
I'm saying the cosmos are what's moving. I can't say
if we're
space.
moving, if
No.
we're in it, then
I can't
Are we
say
not
we're in it. I think we're the center of it.
Yeah.
We're the center. Everything else is like, from what my understanding, it's kind of like gateways and portals.
Yes, there's many.
Yeah. So I think them portals are two outside of the firmament.
100%.
That's
That's how you go
apart-
to the next.
Apart from the one in Bermuda.
I don't know about
But
that.
that
Wait,
one-
I'm gonna tackle that in a second though.
Yeah.
But you see the like, man can't leave this plane in the physical, innit? Like, I'm made for this plane. My physical features are made for this plane. My leg muscles, everything's made for this plane. So if I leave this plane, just know I'm leaving.
Spiritually.
Spiritually.
I'm leaving this body behind. You can't take it. So there's no way I can go out and come back and tell you, because the body's done, innit?
Yeah,
Like
it's
3 days, the thing's decomposing. I can't get back into that shit.
Yeah.
Tell you.
You
So
feel me?
once you leave the firmament,
it.
you're not coming back in. Most of you go somewhere else.
Yeah, to the extraterrestrial part.
It's just terrestrial. So are you flat Earth?
Yeah, I'll say flat Earth.
You gravitate towards that more.
Yeah, because that they use the globe to show us it. Yeah, they've used the globe to show us circular, and circular we see circular as a ball, which is motion, which is will.
Has anyone got any knowledge on the Dogons? About the Dogons? Because I need to update my knowledge on that one. Because when the Dogons said that man come from Sirius B,
Yeah.
the stars,
Yeah,
I need to know more about that one there, because it's mad still.
I talk about like the Annunaki and them thing there.
Yeah, that's another name for them. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I used to read up on that a lot. That's a whole like that's mad.
Does anyone know anything about it?
Like-
No, you're making me
but-
want to look into this now.
Because
So,
I've heard a little bit about it.
so basically, what it is that the Anunnaki.
they said they're still here. They said
Yeah,
they actually they're saying, brother, that these guys have transformed into living creatures like the dolphins. That's why the dolphin's brain is so big.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that's why
it's
they mash
intelligent.
up sharks. They mash up everything
Mad
because
intelligent.
they're not really fishes.
Fishes.
When you deep it, they give birth.
Yeah, they're mammals, isn't it?
So they're mammals. So they were land once.
They're mammals,
Do you
yeah.
get what I'm saying? So and that's connected to the Dogons because all their symbols, they worship them things there.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? They got the fish people.
Yeah.
They show
Yeah,
in their hieroglyphics, what they call it.
The fish is a really important symbol.
The fish
you
is
see it. You
it's
see it
very
everywhere.
important. They use it in church as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they twisted that one though. Still, I don't get that one.
Because in the church, it's like a sign of
Did you grow up in
like
a Catholic?
harvest and all that kind
Are
of
you
stuff.
Catholic? Are you Christian?
My grandmother was Catholic. I don't think.
Are you?
No.
You?
Nah, I'm Spanish spiritual.
But did you grow up
It was around, but I wasn't really
into it.
It didn't really work for me.
You
It didn't really.
Grandparents followed Christianity, and my mum was
There's Christian, Islam,
follow the
Muslims,
faith, I
Rastafarian, and all
suppose,
sorts.
but-
But my thing, I just dealt with the spiritual thing because
I grew up a Roman Catholic.
yeah,
seen.
That's what I'm saying, brother.
mad thing.
Pope and that.
Brother,
Mad thing.
I was in a devil.
Pray
I
to-
was in
pray to
hell
the- pray to
every
the-
day,
pray to
cuz
the
you
man,
know one's
pray to
dead.
the man, pray to the man.
Serious, man.
Like if the Pope dies, you problems. Like
Do you hear about the ocean is space? Have you heard of that one?
Well, water as above,
is
so
a
below.
water, yeah.
Oh, come
It's
talk.
water,
Please
it's
tell
water
us,
above,
Jones.
water
Tell us something,
As
please,
above, so
man.
below,
What do
so
you know
below.
about that, man?
So, it's mad.
It's mad.
Just basically, just from reading books, I've always seen what people call space. All right, this is mad. How about this, yeah? How people call space, see that black open space that's out there, where it's just nothing. They call that like dark matter.
Yes. Antimatter.
Yeah, basically. When you do a bird's eye view of a swimming pool and match it to the basically the pattern that
Of the stars.
of the stars and how matter works,
It's the same.
it's exactly the same.
I've seen that.
So when I'm looking up there, I'm not seeing space as what you think it is. I'm seeing water.
Because that's outside the firmament.
Exactly that.
Oh my gosh, it just hit me. That's what these fuckers have been doing for the last week. I'm gonna tell you why I'm going mad. Because when you said that, something happened. That Titanic crap.
Yeah.
They've been showing you this boat. The boat, what's outside the firmament? Raw on the boat.
Right.
Pedaling, waiting for your soul to judge your ass and send you where you need to
Yeah,
send.
man's there,
So they're
yeah.
showing man some subliminal satin,
That's all.
but man's just not really piecing it together until you said that just now.
Makes
it,
sense now,
It
doesn't
hit me, cuz.
Did you hear about the guy that went right down to the bottom of the ocean and he basically found a lake at the bottom of the ocean?
yeah,
And so basically the submarine, it took the submarine right down, like deep down. And he saw like a cove that was surrounded by a bed of mussels. So it was like, I don't know, it almost looks like a pond,
yeah.
but underwater. So he's basically seen like a lake underwater.
As a still a lake.
Yeah, he's in water.
Should
But he's
running
in
lake in
water. So
water.
he's like, hold on a minute. Let me try and go down deeper because I want to know what that is. He's tried to go down deeper and he's literally bounced on top of the water. Couldn't penetrate the water.
So what's in that lake?
Obviously, that's the bottom part of the firmament.
Water's too dense.
But how did he get that far with the pressure?
Well, submarine, fam. This submarine, the technology of submarines now can hold a lot.
It's sick.
They can
Pressure.
hold.
But the pressure's
Think
mad
about,
still.
think about
Stupid
water,
tons.
yeah, and how it's made. Yeah. The molecules of that water is so dense.
Yeah.
That basically he didn't have anything sharp enough, strong enough to penetrate it to hit.
No,
to
he
get through
was
that
literally
water.
bouncing.
That's what I'm saying.
on top of the-
all he could do is bounce on it. He can't go through it.
No, but what my guy's saying is how did he get that far down in the first place? Because
Yeah.
that's got to be
Nah, 'cause
mad,
them
mad.
submarines, they're built like that, man. They're
Nah,
trying to focus
submarines
on
can't go that deep, bro. They
Can go
they implode, innit?
Can go about 25 miles down.
Yeah, bro.
25 miles.
Miles.
Is it 25 miles? Is they even 25 miles down?
100%.
What does that look like?
100%.
What kind of animals are you gonna
Ain't it
see
pure?
down there? Real talk.
The fish in the light. The fish in the light, innit?
Fam, that's,
Yeah,
The
but
blobfish in there, innit?
Them depths there.
Them man.
Anglefish.
But it's just mad how he just got to the bottom, but it still looked like a lake. He tried to go down, he couldn't go down. So that tells me.
That's the firmament. That's where. That's the ending.
Yeah.
That's Sheol. Is that another subject?
That is definitely
That's
another
Sheol.
subject, boy. That's like another whole
Johnson,
convo, boy.
listen.
Jeez.
You're talking my talk, pal. I was just talking
Yeah,
my
fam.
talk.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah, we
Nah,
could.
but there's something that we say in HOA, like we don't really call black people the N-word, innit? Like we call ourselves dragons, innit? And next year is in the Chinese
It's the year of the dragon. Next year.
Next year.
the Chinese year of the dragons next year. This year is the year of the rabbit. So right now we're just building like rabbits do, and just making haste and making lots of stuff happen and just going on ham. But next year it's a symbolic year for the HOA. So I just want to big up all the dragons that are listening, watching this.
100%.
Big yourself up. Like,
Yeah, let me
if you
just
know-
shout out the team. If I forget anybody, you man, just let me know. When it obviously we got Isaiah, Trini man, we got Tego's here, we got JP here, we got Tevi, we got Ficovelli, we got Nina Simone Williams in the studio with us today.
Boop, boop.
Cheers.
Come on, we got
AKD.
AKD. Get me, big boy family
Got
member
Mike's.
right there. Got Mike.
Terry J.
Tego J.
We're here, bro.
She's a bad girl singer still.
And
Yeah.
Tego J's a
cold.
bad girl singer still.
Yeah, she's cold.
And,
What?
And Variety D.
And Variety D.
I
Making us
member,
laugh.
you get me?
But yeah, I want to
First
big up.
meeting.
I want to big up a lot of other people as well. You know, we've bucked with a lot of
come on.
artists along the way,
Trust.
and I want to say like, you know, like Dice Phoenix, for example.
Big up.
I met her years ago,
Yeah,
and
remember that.
when I first heard her sing, right,
She's bad still.
Trust.
yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, resonated. I had to connect with her. I could just, you know, you can just feel somebody's spiritual energy.
Yeah, nah, for real.
Yeah, True Natural's lit still. But yeah, big up man like Dirty Daps and
Yep, Dirty Daps in the house.
Toro
man,
C and
There's so many artists.
oh, there's so many, man. There's too much, man.
There's too many
But
to
it's lit, it's lit.
mention right now.
Actually, we actually love it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I actually like that there's so many.
Yeah.
And I like it is, and everyone's got a different vibe, and then the all vibes can just coincide and go together and bush and bash.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, big
yeah.
up man like
You know
Styles the
what?
Patterner.
I
You know
love
what I'm
how
saying?
it's basically just
Bye, Jenna.
Guy, bro. Big up man like Fuji. You get me? I'm telling you.
People coming
Listen.
Bye, Jenna.
Fuck.
No, it's true.
Bam, that's
True,
crazy. It's crazy.
So it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, no, this
Coming,
is
yeah.
exciting, man. Like we're
Yeah,
working hard.
HOA.
We're doing mad
House
work
Alchemy,
right about
working
now.
hard, man.
Mad
Working
work.
Working hard, man.
So what's the House of Alchemy Instagram?
House
Dot of Alchemy.
House of Alchemy.
Yeah, House Dot of
We're
Alchemy.
on everything now still.
Yeah.
Like
Facebook,
TikTok coming
TikTok.
up. Like we said, the HOA fam. So
got-
check that out.
Got a quick question. I don't know you lot, and I want to introduce me to your music. What would be the first song you will say? Bam! Check this out as HOA.
Welcome to the House of Alchemy.
Welcome to the House of
Welcome
Alchemy.
to the House of Alchemy.
That's actually gonna be released on all digital platforms on the 18th of July.
Oh, so soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out real soon. Yeah,
Pushing for that one still.
Big up,
yeah.
big up, big
Videos,
up, big up.
the videos looking crisp.
Big up. Big
Yeah,
up.
man.
You had some real interesting answers today. I really like it. I really enjoyed this episode. It was edutaining, I like to call it.
100%. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it
It
Like,
was.
the mental health thing, I think everyone dealt with it correctly, took it serious answers.
It's a serious topic.
It's a serious
It's
topic,
not something
bro.
you can take lightly.
Yeah.
Nah,
you
it's
know what I
not-
mean?
we all suffer from it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we know how we felt in it.
Yeah.
It's a real dark place. So I respect you lot, and I salute you lot for having the courage to talk about it so freely as well.
Yeah, man.
Because we don't really talk about them things as men. Do you know what I'm saying? We keep it chill. We just keep it funky and fresh and keep it moving.
Yeah.
But it's good that we elaborated on it, deep dived in it, and hopefully we can help some others out here.
Well, that's what we do in HOA. We do that anyway. So
Yes,
the fact
I was
that you
just
came
gonna
on
say.
this and to talk about it, it was like, right, we're just talking about what we do anyway.
Yeah,
You get it?
I was
Like,
just gonna
bro,
say, like, where our HQ is at my home. You might say this is my home. That's where we go. We go there and we heal, and we regenerate. And you know what? I actually want to put a little opportunity out there. Like, you know, if there is all the man them that are listening to this right about now and see this podcast. If you really are suffering in silence, I want you to come and speak to the HOA family, innit? Because
I would like that.
you know, I want to also give opportunity for people to talk.
You want
and
to
release
also
themselves.
give opportunity for people to talk and release themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Heal.
I just want them to have an opportunity to, you know,
Heal.
make them know that they're understood.
And you're not alone.
And they're not alone.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. So anything you want to
Togetherness.
talk about, shout us on the Instagram. You know what I mean? Send a little message over to us, House.of Alchemy, and take it from there, man.
Yeah.
Don't suffer in silence, innit?
You don't want to drop your individuals?
Yeah, at Tego DiCaprio
Yeah.
everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
name.
literally.
It's me.
And me, Mr. A Jones, MRA Jones, all one word.
Girl, at J Province UK on everything.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You lot are simple, man. I like that.
Simple things,
bro.
man. Find me
We got,
everywhere.
listen, we
Put
got
that in
music
Twitter,
out.
you find me,
We
and
got
put
more
that.
music coming out. It
Yeah,
gets
man.
complicated.
There's videos coming. There's EPs coming. Singles.
Yeah, there's so much
collaborations.
stuff. I'm not in line,
Boy.
like, and it's crazy as well because what I actually really like is we're all kind of known, so we get love from different artists that do different music, but we get mad love from them because they know they've seen us out there individually. So when they see us as a group, they're like, well, a lot of them comments like, bro, demand them, fire, demand them. It's
Big
like,
up,
yeah,
big up,
yeah,
big up, big
yeah, I
up,
like
big
that.
up, big
Thank
up,
you,
big
big up you lot still.
Yo,
Don't
people,
know.
we have come to the end of the episode.
Yeah, lit.
You don't enjoy it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was sick, man.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
energy, good
Thank
energy.
you for having us, innit?
Yo, people, this
I'm
has
actually sitting in here saying power towards.
yeah, we got yourselves. Yeah, this has been. I love this episode. It's a good episode, man.
Yeah,
Thank you
love.
for coming down. Thank you for your time.
Done.
I appreciate it, people. Yeah.
Love.
Done no
Big
thing,
up.
man. Bless.